welcome back to my channel. I thought today that I would do the kind of clean girl aesthetic makeup that has just taken over everything. I've seen Nina Park, especially the makeup artist, I've seen her stuff kind of taken over on my TikTok. Is that a popular look on YouTube? I don't know. I don't really ever see, I'm not getting a ton of beauty content pushed to me as much anymore on YouTube. But I think it's pretty, so I'm gonna try it. Now, I have tried some of the stuff that I've seen other creators from TikTok do, and I will say, I feel as though it doesn't last at all on me. I will do it, and then it's gone by, lunchtime. There's just all the coverage is gone under my eyes, and I have nothing left. So I'm gonna try doing this in a way that I think may help it last a little longer. And then I'm gonna make an adaptation on the eye makeup because I feel like it, I cannot figure out how to do the, gentle, smoky, soft wing liner. It never works well. It's never even, I just can't get it to work. And that's a huge kind of piece of that type of makeup style. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it and see what we get. So to start, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I should have done all this before I started. My hair is absolutely disgusting and needs to be washed. So ignore that. I'm using my favorite brow glue, the Ardell brow glue. I heard someone equate it to lash glue for your brows, and I've never been able to forget that, and I definitely agree. It's the strongest hold eyebrow product I've used. I've heard great things about the Rare Beauty. Who else? Rare Beauty, I think, is the biggest one I usually hear people talk about. And I've never tried that one, however. So that one probably might be better. It might be as good, but I've never tried it, and that one's like $7 on YouTube, on Amazon. So I like that one. Now, to start with, it's all about kind of natural skin, glowy skin. Now, I'm going to do two kind of bronzing products because I think that is what is going to help make everything kind of stay longer the more you layer. That's just kind of how my thought process is. So to start, I'm going to use this shade 4 medium in the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter as kind of the start of my bronzing, glowing journey here. And see what we get. Oh, I saw someone post on TikTok, I've never heard anyone say it before, that their Halo Glow smells funny. Mine has never, it's always smelled like a wet dog to me. I have a lighter one as well that I'm going to use, and that one also has had a funky smell. Does that mean it's turned? I still use it and put it on my face. Yeah, and it stinks. So, gonna kind of highlight the non-bronzy areas that I used. I wish I could think of her name. She took it was the Giorgio Armani highlighter, and just straight under her eyes, like a concealer first to start with. And to me, it was the craziest kind of idea to me at first, but I mean, it looks fantastic on her. Before, I thought to use my Halo Glue, which is a liquid highlighter, but essentially, I tried it with my L'Oreal Lumi like glass highlighter stick. It's very sticky, and my concealer did not blend well, which could be part of the reason why it didn't, nothing stayed on my face that day very well, because nothing blended how it should have. Probably should have started with the bronzier areas first. I do enjoy, when I'm not doing this kind of a more natural soft look, to use this Halo Glow deeper color as my kind of liquid bronzer. I think it works really well to do that and also give a glow. It looks quite nice and natural. Okay, I think it's working. All right, I would say we're blended. So before I'm gonna go in with blush, I'm going to use concealer. Now, because this is because it's more of a natural type look, I'm gonna use, I love this Morphe Blossom 01 Wake Up Artist. It's a color corrector, but I've talked about it before. It just, I think it gives wonderful coverage and it looks very healthy and natural, and it blends really nicely. I have some thoughts on the new Maybelline. There's the serum concealer. That feels like the driest concealer I've ever, it's such a dry concealer. And you know, for a serum concealer, I would think that it would be more hydrating than it is. The NYX serum concealer is very hydrating. It blends out a lot more easily than that one. All right, so I feel like it gave me good coverage. It's not overwhelming. Doesn't look too heavy. It looks natural and glowy. We'll go with that. So I'm gonna give myself just a little bit more kind of shape and definition and just try and contour a little bit with this CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer, and I have it in the shade Defined. And I mean, you can see it's very clearly, it's a gray contour color. So I'm just gonna use a little bit here and here. Probably should have done this one first before I did that other bronzer, but we're already committed. We're going, I'm just gonna see what we get here. Just trying to give a little bit of definition in my cheeks and forehead. I haven't used this a ton. I bought it last year at some point, and it was quite smooth, and it's very creamy, but I just haven't, I don't know, haven't been completely drawn to it to use it a ton. But I mean, it works nicely. So next, I'm gonna use this. I have the NYX Fat Cheeks Juicy Plump Blush, and I have mine in the shade, what is this shade? Blueberry Burst. My 6-year-old is obsessed with this, and she's horrified anytime I put it on my cheeks and she sees the bright purple. But then she always wants me to put it on her as well, because she thinks it's overwhelming and too much. Maybe it is, but I love this color. And this honestly may go against everything you're supposed to be doing if you're trying to go for the natural. I feel like it's just a skin-centered look. And I think, you know, I never use foundation, but I think doing this type of makeup routine definitely makes your skin is more of the focus. I'm just looking natural and healthy and glowy. And that color is very overwhelming when you first put it on, but I'm obsessed with this color. It blends out perfectly, and I think it looks lovely, and it lasts really well. Okie doke. So to kind of set everything in and hopefully lock it in, and make it last, but still not look super heavy, because again, you just want your skin to look healthy and glowy. I'm gonna use this Morphe, what is this, Soft Glow Veil. I'm gonna start, oh gosh, look at those eyes. Creasy eyeballs. Okay, let's go back. Start with the eyes and just kind of gently go out a little bit. And because it does have that sheen to the powder, it doesn't completely mattify and take away all that glow you tried putting on. I think it still makes your skin look pretty natural, and it doesn't look super heavy. I can't tell, that's just a wrinkle. Couldn't tell if that was a hair. There's no telling. For the eyes, because I just for whatever reason cannot wrap my head and brain and skills around doing just a soft little winged liner using a pencil liner. I can do, I can do one with a gel or a liquid liner, but I feel like it's far more intense than it should be for this look. I've been using this NYX Buttermelt highlighter in the shade Butter and Black. And this, so it's obviously not a highlighter for my skin tone, but it is, I don't know if you can see that. I used it in my last video, and I've been using it pretty much every day since. It is such a cool color and shift, and it gives you, it's got kind of a duochrome look, and it's got a purple base with kind of green and gold reflect, and I think it just looks so pretty. So I've been honestly using a fluffy brush and kind of lightly just blending it in all over my eyelid, so it gives me just a little something, nothing crazy, but there's a little something there. I don't think it looks as good as the kind of soft winged eyeliner look, but until I can manage that on a more reliable basis, I've been doing this, and I've really been enjoying it. And I just think it's such a unique shade, and it stays really well. So I've really been enjoying it. Now I'm gonna use the Tribe Volume 3 highlighter to highlight my inner corner. Again, just something, this is probably more intense than it should be for this kind of look. But I just will blend that out a little bit. I am a horrible nail picker, and I took my daughters for their 10th and 6th birthdays and got their nails done, and I thought, well, if I'm here, I'll get mine done with them. Well, then I kept doing it because I had stopped picking up my nails, and it had been doing really well. Well, it's shockingly expensive to maintain that, even if I was going every like 3.5 weeks, and it's a lot of money, and it's, I don't know, to me it doesn't feel the most necessary. So I'm trying to, I took it off, I went and had them removed, but then my nails are now like paper thin. Are they supposed to? So when they removed it, she soaked it off, but anytime I was getting my nails done in the salon, they were just drilling it off, and I think that just completely destroyed my nails because they're now, like I said, paper thin. But I have been trying to paint them so I don't mess with them, and I'm trying my hardest not to pick at them again. But yeah, so they look horrible now. I'm using the Dalba First Spray Serum Hydrated and Radiant Skin. This stuff is very glowy. It's not the most long-lasting setting spray because it is quite dewy, but it works, and it makes your skin look super glowy and healthy. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I have the NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen, and I use it in the shade Ash Brown. And it just, quickest flick of the wrist brow. I mean, you can see now that that brow gel has dried down, it's not going anywhere. It won't go anywhere till I wash my face tonight. I'm gonna use my Essence Stay and Play Gel Eyeliner in But First Espresso, and I'll tightline the top. You know what? I may do it on the bottom. I brought my Silky Nude one down to do the bottom, but you know what? Let's go crazy. I just sharpened this and it is stabbing me to death. It's quite pointy. Okay. Now, I've been obsessed with this. You can tell I've been using it a lot. The CoverGirl Eye Enhancer. It's their tubing mascara. This stuff's great. It holds a curl, it gets voluminous, it builds up really quickly. I have noticed it will transfer just a bit, but it's nothing crazy, and I can make it work. I don't really use it on my bottom lashes. I notice occasionally I'll have some transfer up above my upper eyelid, but in terms of volume and length, it lasts really well and gives me what I want if I'm trying to be quick. I bought the, I could do a high-end version of this. I bought the Refi mascara during the holidays because I had the 20% off sale coupon, and I've been dying to try it because it, you know, everybody else, it makes their eyelashes look fantastic, and it is like I have put nothing on my eyelashes. It didn't do a whole lot for me, and I've tried using it a couple times, and every time it's funky to use because of the shape of the brush. It's got that weird curve to it, so I feel like no matter what, I poke myself in the eye, and it reminds me of the L'Oreal, the telescopic, because it's just got the little like pointy prongs, but it does nothing. Really does not. If anything, it makes my eyelashes look shorter than they actually are, which I'm not obsessed with. I did buy a couple of Merit products because that's one brand. I bought it's a liner, and it's one of the prettiest cool tone liners I've ever used. But so it made me want to try some other products from them. So I bought a blush and a bronzer that I do actually enjoy, but again, they just don't, I don't know, I just don't think they last super long on the skin. And those are kind of the brands I see being used a lot for this kind of aesthetic of natural, glowy, healthy looking skin, where that's kind of the focus of your look. And yeah, it just doesn't, they don't stay on my skin super long. Now, in terms of lip, I have a lip balm on. I've really been enjoying these NYX Lip Lingerie lip stain liners. I have mine in, I have two of them. One is a kind of more taupey brown color, which is a good kind of dupe for the Merit lip liner I've been loving. And then I also have it in this Up to No Good color, which it's a bit of a like mauve, I don't want to say mauve, but it's got more of a like purple undertone to me, purple pinky, grayish. And I've been really enjoying that one. So, and kind of one of the looks I've been seeing is people doing basically contouring the outside of their lips and then using like a clear gloss basically. So I'll try this. When I use these, I just kind of go along the edges and then try and blur it out. I've seen people say that these have stayed on their lips for like an entire day. But this, I don't know. It hasn't been super long lasting for me. Granted, I'm not like full on with my application either. And then I also have this, you know what, I'm gonna leave it at that. I think that is nice and it works well with the eye color and the lip balm I have on. So I do have the Ashton, just a little in the center. Did that ruin it? We're gonna go with that. I'm gonna be done. I don't have a clear glass with me. I'm so good at this. Yeah, I think that's it. This is how I would go out and about in my everyday life. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Have y'all seen any looks like this? What is your favorite kind of style of it? Yeah, I've been really liking this look if I could just find a way to make it last longer. This has been doing okay for me. I need to use kind of, it probably would last longer, honestly. Look at all that gray hair. It would probably last longer if I used a powder product, like powder, bronzer, blush, and all of that to set it. But I think that would then make everything just look so much heavier, and it kind of goes against what you're going for. So yeah, anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll like, subscribe, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.